Then, on a frosty morning in late June, almost exactly a year later, everything changed. Dale Morrison, a seasoned elk hunter, was using a high-end thermal drone to monitor animal movement deep in the Coeur d'Alene forest, about 15 miles from town. As he reviewed the footage later that night, he spotted something strange, a heat signature, medium-sized, alive, tied to a tree. At first, he assumed it was a coyote trapped by a poacher's snare, but as he zoomed in, his heart skipped a beat. It was a dog, a golden retriever, shaking, starving, but alive, and not just any dog. It was Buddy. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Flyers were posted across Idaho, social media campaigns were launched. Volunteers scoured the forest, cadaver dogs, helicopters, psychics, even drones. Nothing, no footprints, no clothing, not a single clue. The case went cold. Marissa tried to keep her daughter's memory alive. Every Sunday, she lit a candle. Every night, she left the porch light on. Hope was the only thing she had left. But hope, as she would soon learn, is a dangerous thing. It was July 9th, a Friday. Clear skies. 72 degrees. Adrienne had just finished her junior year of high school and was looking forward to her summer. She had dreams of becoming a doctor, and her walls were covered with notes about biology, anatomy, and motivational quotes. That morning, around 6:45 a.m., she left the house wearing her blue hoodie and black leggings, Buddy trotting happily beside her. Her mother, Marissa, waved goodbye from the kitchen window. It would be the last time she saw her daughter. When they didn't return by 9 a.m., Marissa began to worry. By noon, she had called the police. By sundown, the entire neighborhood was out combing the woods. They found Buddy's leash at the edge of a trail. No collar, no blood, no tracks, just gone. On a quiet summer morning in the wooded heart of Idaho, 16-year-old Adrienne Ewing set out on her usual walk with her golden retriever, Buddy. It was a path they had taken hundreds of times before, down the gravel road past the old fence line into the edge of the Coeur d'Alene National Forest. But that morning, she never came home. No sounds, no struggle, just silence. It was as if the earth had swallowed her whole. For nearly a year, her family waited, prayed, and begged for answers. But every search turned up nothing. Until now. 12 months later, a hunter tracking elk in the remote hills captured something unexpected on his thermal drone. Something that would reignite a case long thought frozen in time and uncover a truth darker than anyone dared to imagine.
While search teams focused on established trails, Mr. Chandler led his group east toward a section of the forest filled with ravines and no clear paths. That evening, Marissa made a decision. She returned to Adrienne's room, dug through her journals, her planner, her drawings, and found a small map with a star on a location near the eastern ridge. She drove there alone, with a flashlight and her heart in her throat. She hiked toward the marked spot. That's when she found it. A small, hidden bunker, camouflaged, locked from the outside. Inside. She heard a sound, a whimper, a voice. Police arrived within the hour, broke the door down. Inside, they found Adrienne. Alive. Pale, malnourished, shaking, but alive. She had been held captive, not by a stranger, by someone she knew, someone she trusted. Mr. Chandler. He had used his position, his access, and her vulnerability to lure her, manipulate her, isolate her. He had staged the disappearance to make it look random, released the dog, a year later, as a distraction. A sick game. But it backfired, thanks to a drone, thanks to a mother's instincts, thanks to a loyal dog. The truth came out. Mr. Chandler was arrested, charged with kidnapping, false imprisonment, abuse, and multiple counts of misconduct. The community was in shock. How could a trusted teacher become a predator? How could he hide a human being just miles from civilization? Adrienne began her long journey of healing, therapy, physical recovery, Rebuilding trust. She no longer takes walks in the woods, but she does sleep with Buddy, curled beside her, every night. He never left her side, and now she never leave his. Sometimes monsters don't live under beds. They wear ties. Teach biology. Smile kindly, but they're monsters just the same. And sometimes it takes a loyal dog and a grieving mother to uncover them. This is not just a story of survival, it's a story of courage, of instinct, of unbreakable bonds. Because even in the darkest woods, a little light always finds a way through. The return of Buddy brought Adrienne's case back into the spotlight. Search parties reassembled. Teachers, parents, volunteers, all desperate for closure. One of the most eager helpers was Mr. Tobias Chandler, Adrienne's high school AP biology teacher. He came dressed in brand new tactical gear, printed detailed maps, and led one of the search teams himself. He claimed he had bonded with Adrienne during tutoring sessions, said she confided in him, trusted him, but something about him didn't. Could sit right with Marissa. As the search began, strange inconsistencies surfaced. Mr. Chandler said tutoring happened on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Adrienne's planner showed Mondays and Wednesdays. He said Adrienne never hiked, but she had been on the school's trail team for 2 years. He said she never talked about the divorce, but her journal said otherwise. And then Marissa saw his phone buzz. A message popped up briefly before he nervously flipped it over. Stick to the plan. The authorities moved quickly. Within hours, a rescue team reached the location. They found Buddy tied to a pine tree with a frayed rope. He was weak, underweight, and terrified, but alive. His original collar was gone. Instead, he wore a plain blue nylon one. No tags. No ID. He was rushed to the Northern Idaho Emergency Veterinary Clinic, and that's where Marissa saw him again, her daughter's loyal companion. Breathing, warm, real. But the real shock came later. Buddy wasn't just surviving. He had been fed regularly. Vets found traces of fresh, dry food in his stomach. His coat, while matted, showed signs of grooming. Someone had been caring for him. But why? And more importantly, where was Adrienne?